Hey everyone, it's Luke here from LT Gaming and welcome back to the channel. If you're like me, you've been keeping an eye on Humankind, the ambitious 4X game from Amplitude Studios. And I'll be honest, I'm not a Humankind expert. I played a bit at launch, but like a lot of others, I drifted away. But now with the Achilles update making waves in the community, I figured it was the perfect time to jump back in and see what's changed. And let's be real, many of us were hoping Civilization VII would surprise us. But with the recent release, most players are feeling quite underwhelmed. So I wanted to jump in and see if Humankind could finally be the real alternative we've been waiting for. And I think one thing has to be called out really strongly here. It's great to see a developer support their game through thick and thin. Reception of Humankind was always mixed, but they've stuck with it to deliver a massive update. I think that has to be praised in 2025. So with a relatively fresh pair of eyes, let's explore this update together and find out if Humankind is worth revisiting in 2025. One of the standout features of the Achilles update is the comprehensive overhaul of the war support and surrender systems. Previously, many players felt blindsided by sudden war conclusions with little warning or understanding of the mechanics behind them. Amplitude Studios has taken this feedback to heart. Now there's a clearer connection between your demands, occupied territories, and the surrender terms available. This means wars are more intuitive and you'll have a better grasp of how your actions impact the broader conflict. The update ensures that players won't be caught off guard by an abrupt end to hostilities. The revamped system offers transparency, allowing for more strategic planning and decision making during wartime. This change not only enhances gameplay but also deepens the immersion, making each conflict feel more consequential. But there's more here to dive into. The Achilles update introduces a dynamic where pushing your wars further comes at a cost. If you choose to prolong conflicts, especially when the odds are against you, your empire's stability will take a hit. This adds a layer of depth, forcing players to weigh the benefits of continued warfare against the internal challenges it may bring. Especially from a macro zoomed out level, if you're someone like me who enjoys the strategic scope just as much as the tactical, then I think it does add that extra layer. It makes sense in a game focused on the civilization aspect. Just a quick interlude to say most of you who watch the channel are not subscribed, so make sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button because it helps smaller channels like us grow really quickly, and both me and Tom really appreciate it. The community's response has been positive. Players appreciate the developers' commitment to refining the game based on feedback. Like I said in the introduction, that truly needs to be recognised and praised. They've stuck to their vision despite criticism, and most of that has been warranted. They finally delivered a massive patch to try and deliver what they wanted to get from the game. It has to be commended. Many have noted that the Achilles update addresses long-standing concerns, making Humankind more engaging and enjoyable. It's evident that Amplitude Studios is dedicated to evolving the game in meaningful ways. Beyond the major changes to warfare, the update also brings a slew of other improvements. For one, the AI has been improved, making diplomacy and rival civilizations feel more dynamic and reactive. There was always a problem with the AI leaders making bizarre decisions or launching wars that made no strategic sense. Now they'll adapt better to your playstyle and respond more intelligently to shifting alliances and conflicts. This is something we can definitely verify together as we dive back into the game. The economy and city management have also seen balancing tweaks, making growth feel more organic and rewarding. Infrastructure projects now have a more noticeable impact, and resource management feels smoother than before. On top of that, the update introduces new map generation improvements, making terrain and starting positions more balanced for a fairer and more immersive experience. Combined with various UI enhancements and bug fixes, Humankind continues to refine its gameplay, making it more accessible and engaging for both new players and returning veterans. This game has always intrigued me a lot, and now is a great time to jump in. I know I do a lot of different games on the channel, it's hard to keep up, but whether you're a long-time player or like me, someone rediscovering this game, it's definitely worth a shot after such a big update. However, for all the changes and improvements, at its core, Humankind is still the same game. That means the divisive era system, where you advance civilizations as a whole rather than guiding a single one from start to finish. That's still here. Some players love this unique approach as it allows for flexibility and adaptation throughout a playthrough. Others, like myself, prefer the more traditional Civ-style progression where you develop a single culture over time. So what did they decide to do for Civ VII? Let's take the most controversial element of Humankind and bring it into our game. I mean, it didn't seem like the most sensible choice. Interestingly, with Civ VII now released, its era system has been very poorly received, with players complaining about the odd combinations of leaders and civilizations it results in. I have to say, it is a little bit jarring. It breaks the immersion when you've Benjamin Franklin leading, I don't know, the Egyptians, who then evolve into the Normans, and it's a bit all over the place. Personally, I would have really focused on custom civilizations, lots of quests, made each one a lot deeper than they already were. That would have been awesome. But despite all this, Humankind's era system remains a defining feature of the game in 2025. Whether you love or hate it, it does set Humankind apart from other strategy titles. So for me and for you, I think it's a good time to check Humankind out again. I fired it up this morning on my main computer and I've jumped right in. I also will get it on my Legion Go and see how it plays on the handheld system. Whether you're a newcomer or someone returning after hiatus, the Achilles update offers a refreshed and enriched experience overall. And it really does demonstrate that Amplitude Studios are very committed to their titles and improve them over time. I mean, Endless Space 2, I'm diving into that a lot recently. What a beautiful strategy game set in space. I'd highly recommend you checking out all of their back catalogue and also look forward to Endless Legend 2. Thanks for joining me everyone on this exploration of Humankind's latest update. What do you think? Like me, are you willing to give this title another shot? Have you left it in the past? Are you looking forward to Civilization VIII perhaps? Maybe that's your last hope. We did do a video on 8 alternatives to Civilization. You might be interested in checking that one out. There's some great titles there. I think the 4X genre is so great. It's just a real passion of mine as well. And I know that it has many dedicated fans, so check that list out. I've been Luke from LT Gaming. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.